Hey everyone, and welcome to YarnGasm. I'm Kristen, and this is episode 69, March 11th, 2013, on a Sunday afternoon. Um, Apologies for no episode last week, guys. It was just too crazy and hectic. Lots going on in a good way, but not enough time so that I have enough time to podcast. So I apologize for that. My weekend was just filled with lots of brunches, wonderful brunches. On Saturday, I met up with Maria from the Subway Knits podcast, Kim from Craft Stash, Lisa from Roman Hills, the hand dyer, if you're not familiar, and her friend, who I'm totally blanking on her name, but she was really awesome, and I'm just so glad I got to meet her, and we all got together in the city for just a wonderful brunch. It was great. Yeah, we just brought our knitting, hung out, and had a wonderful time, and yeah, the next day, if you recall last time I podcasted, I helped my friend wanted to come along to another knitting meetup with us at Brooklyn General so I could help show her how to knit a pair of socks. Long story short, she really needs just like a one-on-one lesson, crash course in knitting before she delves into the realm of socks. So that makeup session was last weekend. And then afterwards, we went out for brunch as well. So Dennis was actually away snowboarding with her husband, so you would think I'd have time to podcast, but it was just too crazy, and I'm sorry. But I'm back this week, and I have lots and lots and lots of things to talk about. So stay tuned. If you're just tuning in, joining the show, thanks so much. Hi, welcome. Hope you enjoy it, and if you're returning, welcome back. Hope you had a wonderful week and have been enjoying the weekend. I have. It's been very relaxing. I needed it after the week I had. But yeah, so let's get on with the show. I have my show notes on my trusty iPhone, so I will be referring to those. Just stay tuned for the end of the show. I have to announce the winner of the Vintage Inspired Baseball Knits giveaway by Allison Dykesen from Sweatshop of Love. All these names I have to getting them out is like a tongue twister all in itself. So you can imagine. But yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to announce the winner, and we will have a bumper show, I guess, to make up for last week. So it's a good thing. Yeah. So yeah, let's get to it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to talk about, but I think that's it. So my co-host is currently at my feet. Does she want to say hello? Bella, up? Want to come up? Up, jump, come on. There she is. Say hello. She's being very friendly today. Hi. Ooh. What's she doing? Say hello. Hello. Hey, everybody. Bella says hello, everybody. And she's very much looking forward to the next segment, Off the Needles, because it's been a while since I've had anything off the needles, right? Yeah, it's been a while. So let's get to that. You want to just sit here and hang out? No? You want to just I love this tail. I love this tail. It's so awesome. Anyway, okay, back to the show, guys. Wow, no. Come on. Down, girl. Okay. Good girl. Just flop your tail in front of me. Okay, that's fine. This is hypothetically off the needles. It will be off the needles by the time I'm done recording this and uploading it. And by the time you see this will be done. My grandmother's Christmas present, the River Cat socks, which I cast on well before Christmas, and I'm finally on to the second sock and almost done, consequently. These are the River Cat socks. It's a free pattern on Knitty. I forget which year, but free pattern, amazing. I love it. Easy to memorize. I've just been plowing through it, just, focusing all my attention on it, trying to get it done when I can. You can see the definition, and it is Blue Moon Fiber Arts Socks That Rock Lightweight in the Green That Sings colorway. So I cast on about 72 stitches. I think it was like the large size, because she happens to have big feet. So yeah, I cast on the large size, and the one conundrum, one reason why it's not done is because I kind of ran into like a brick wall with this, and I just kind of was like, no, why? I was so close to getting it done, and then I ran out of yarn. I ran out of yarn, and I was like, oh dear goodness, why does this stuff have to happen to me? As it does to every good knitter eventually. But let's see. But then, lucky me, went into a project bag and found some more yarn in the form of this. Yeah, spaghetti. Good times to be had by all. So this is going to be my project after I'm done recording, just to sit here and say a few profane words of wisdom and hopefully get this sock done. But it will get done. I have faith in my untangling abilities, so it's almost done. Second thing off the needles, I happen to be wearing it. My lace shawl design that I designed a while back. I was supposed to have it done. I was hoping to get the pattern out by mid-February, but life happens. Didn't really happen. I just actually finished. This is the second one that I knit. Take it off for you to show. The yarn is Madeline Tosh Merino Light in the Dahlia colorway. And it's very lovely. This camera is actually doing the color justice. Maybe a little bit darker, if you can imagine, but I love it. I love the yarn. I'm actually, this is not how I originally wanted it to look. I actually wanted to block it a little bit better, but like when I cast it off, I was just so excited to wear it that I just did, you know, it was a Sunday night and I just wanted to wear it so badly the next day that I just did a straight up block. But when I block this again, this is actually going to have teeth. I don't know if you can see, but the edging kind of curls up on itself right now because I've just been wearing it every day to work, and I love it. It just looks so, like, I love the color. I love the pattern. Like, this is what I've been looking for all over Ravelry, which I could, like, some variations, but, like, this is the exact pattern that I was looking for, and I like, it just had to take matters into my own hands. So I'm glad that I did, because I wear it every day, which is great. So hence the power of designing your own knitwear, I guess. But yeah, so I'm definitely going to block it again and give it some pointy teeth at the end. And I just want to also mention that Sharon of the TV Knitting Podcast, who I will speak about in a little bit more later, she sent me some gorgeous photos of hers. She actually test knit it for me, and she added, she's going to send me some beading instructions, like if you want to add beads to yours or whatever. The pattern, by the way, I'm aiming to get it up by mid to late March, so stay tuned. There's, you know, I want to get photos of it and everything, and I just want to do it right, and I couldn't have done that without my test knitters. And I just want to say big shout out, as I do every week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are amazing. Yeah, so just thank you so much for all your hard work, and you're great. So thank you, Sharon. You're awesome. So yeah, this is off my needles at the moment. Very excited. Let me see what else. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say about it. But let me consult my notes just to be careful. Oh, and I'm calling, the pattern name is Greetings from Poang. Named after, I got this chair from IKEA. It's called the Poang. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. But a while back, I think when I was still doing audio podcast, I named an episode Greetings from Poang because I was recording from my Poang chair, and it was just like the name that stuck. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to name this that. So that's what it's called. So yeah, I mean, what else? I'm just going to put this here for now because, yeah. I'm trying to fight the daylight, guys, because I had recorded yesterday, but for some reason my camera was being very jumpy. It was just not being itself. It was just being a little more jumpy than usual, and instead of just going into Final Cut Pro and just doing a bang-up hack job on what I wanted to on the recording, I've just, you know what, let's start from scratch, call it a day. So hence why I'm recording now. But yeah, it's 6 o'clock on a Sunday, and thankfully today's daylight savings, so I'm kind of fighting the daylight, whatever we have left of it today. So, yay. Okay, on to what's on the needles. Lots of that. So let's get to it, shall we? Aside from my grandmother's sock, I was just craving casting something on for myself. I needed something, and in addition to her sock, I cast on a Flannery sock. The pattern is by Spilly Jane. I had actually knit a pair of these a while back, maybe like a year ago or 2 years. Great pattern. If you're not familiar, Spilly Jane, she's known for her. She does a lot of stranded knitting in Tarja. No, I'm sorry, Fair Isle. It's where you knit holding 2 strands at the same time per row, and she's known for doing a lot of gnome, snails, seagull, flamingos, like really adorable patterns for like mittens and socks, and you name it, she makes it, and it's adorable. But she also does these really great cabled patterns as well. So and I love this pattern so much for some reason. This yarn, by the way, okay, is obviously Blue Moon Fiber Arts Socks That Rock Lightweight in their Blecker colorway. And this color was just calling out to me for the longest time, that finally I just said, you know what, I'm just going to cast on something with it. I've been dying to knit with it because it's such a pretty color, and I'm kind of kicking myself that, it's a pair of socks. But I have a little anecdote to that coming down the pike in a little bit after I'm done with this segment. But I love this pattern. So yeah, Blecker is their watercolor, shaded watercolor line. I'm forgetting like, because I know they have shaded solids, and then they have multicolor color wave, and then the other one, the watercolor line that they do. And so this is really, really pretty, and it's just like muted purples, mauve. If I can get it to focus. Come on. Focus. Focus. Okay, why won't it focus? Okay, there we go. So yeah, just a lot of stitch definition, and as complicated and involved as it looks, I've memorized it. It's super easy. Just pure autopilot knitting, if you can believe it. So yeah, you have like a seed stitch thing going here, and then just a really tight cabley knot throughout, and it's beautiful. I love it. I'm just enjoying knitting it so much. And as you can see, I'm using my signature US ones. And you might know, like in previous episodes, I kind of went on a tangent where I'm like, I'm not so crazy about them, not so gung-ho about my US signature ones. Mainly because they're so pointy, and I kept stabbing myself with them, which is not good. You don't want to be like stabbing yourself with them. But I'm finding these are actually great to knit with Voolenvine Fiber Arts. I'm really enjoying working with them on this pattern in particular because, as I mentioned, there's like a really tight knot stitch, cable stitch right here. And if I can just, there you go. And I feel like with any other double pointed needle, it would just wreak havoc on my digits. So the super fine point is really helping with that stitch. And it's the fact that Blue Moon Fiber Arts has like a really sturdy sock base. It's not splitting as easily as some of the other yarns that I've knit socks out of, namely like Three Irish Girls or Lorna's Laces. Those are a bit more splitty when it comes to knitting with them. But I'm finding these are like a match made in heaven. So I'm really, I'm sorry, I'm waxing poetic about this project, but I'm just really enjoying it. So yay! It'll even be better when I finish my grandmother's song. So then I can really enjoy it and not feel bad that I haven't ultimately finished that project yet. So that's one thing off the on the needles. Second one on the needles is my zombie BBQ socks. Plain vanilla socks, Lorna's Laces, shepherd sock in their zombie BBQ colorway. I'm using Knit Picks, circulars. I love, these are good go-to needles. I love them. If Knit Picks makes anything, these are my favorite. If Knit Picks makes anything that I like, that I have no qualms about, they're affixed metal circulars. They're US ones. So even their double pointed needles, that has to be my ultimate favorite product of them all around. I mean, I'm still miffed about the whole credit hacking thing that I just won't get into this week, but thankfully nothing happened to me, but I know it affected a lot of others, and everyone's miffed about it, and I'm miffed about it, the way that they handled it. But we're not even getting into that. I'm just kind of boycotting them at the moment. Not, just I'm just not going to give them my business for a little bit because, I'm miffed. I'm sorry. Yeah. Anyway, I don't want it to be like that kind of show, so let's just move on, shall we? But yeah, this is the finished version of the sock. So I'm on to the second. It's all good. We're getting there. It's just been, another autopilot knitting project that I've been working on. What else? Dennis's Cambridge cardigan. 1 second. To reach over and get it. Okay, here we go. No progress made on this. I'm sorry. He's not gonna be able to wear this until I'm assuming next fall or winter because I've just been slacking on it entirely, and I feel horrible. But we have a back. It's a back. The arms have been shaped, and the yarn is Knit Picks Wool of the Andes worsted in their cobblestone heather colorway. So yeah, great workhorse yarn. I love it. Great color. He loves the color. He doesn't know what the final thing's gonna look like, so every time I show him, like, look, I'm almost done, and he's like, oh, I mean, so far he likes it. He gives it a thumbs up. He's not like, oh, I'm afraid to see what that looks like. So I think I'm in the clear. Oh yeah, and I'm using Knittier Nice's lovely, lovely stitch markers. I don't know if you can see. There. How awesome are those? I love them. I love them. They're so pretty and dainty, and they just add like the nicest little colorful sparkle to any like monotone project I'm working on. So they're awesome. Check out her Etsy shop. She's great. Let's see, what else? Lots of stuff, I think. There's more. I'm just... What else am I working on? Oh, yeah. Okay. It's all coming back to me now. I was also kind of in the mood to cast on another shawl, or I was just kind of like stash diving, and I came across two skeins of Malabrigo Twist, which is a worsted single ply, I think. I don't know how many plies there are, but it's a lovely soft worsted ply, and I cast on a Soroyan, which is a rather popular pattern. I'm sure you've seen it, but it's just a plain crescent shawl, and it has this lovely little detail, like leaf detail going along the edge. And the colorway is Stone Chat, by the way. It's just like deep burgundy, vermilion red, and like hints of army green and olive going throughout. So just really pretty. I'm really enjoying knitting it. It does require some attention because, as you can see, it has like garter stitch, plain stockinette, more garter stitch and increases, and then, this lovely little leaf detail. So it is a little more involved than I expected it to be, but, hey, I'm enjoying it. And then I get to use my little Scully stitch markers that I made. Yep. So, I don't know. They're fun. They're quirky. They're fun to make. They make me smile. They're just, I know, they're skulls, but, I laugh whenever I see them. So that's all that matters. They make me happy. So, The Etsy shop, I actually have to update it. I have not had time to make any new stitch markers lately. Just life's been too crazy at the moment, but I know I have to update it, and there's still stuff in there if you're interested, but I'm gonna add a button to my blog to the Etsy shop with all my stitch markers, so if you're interested, check it out, you know. You can have these little guys just chilling on your needles and being like, hey, what's up? Doing a great job. It's been a long weekend, and it's Sunday, so I'm a little quirky tonight. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, that's pretty much what's on the needles. Yeah. Next up, next segment, spinning. Yay! Let me see. Yes. I have officially spun my first hand spun. So I'm very, very, very excited about this. I spun this on my Lendrum entirely. And this is Heavenly Wools, based in, I have the card here, Heavenly Wools. Let's see. And it's by Kate Mahoney, and she's a craft dyer, and she's from New Zealand. So here's her stuff. And it took a little long, you know, she wanted to get the color right, so it took a little longer for her to send it to me, but it was worth it because it's such a gorgeous colorway. All my favorite colors, like olive green, muted purples, and grays, and there's a little Angelina in here from another bat that I got, but anyway, it's a little inconsistent, my plying and spinning, but hey, for my first skein, I'm pretty proud of myself, so yeah. And I Navajo plied it. I've got that down. Very psyched about that. It's so relaxing and very, I never realized how zen spinning would be, so I'm just really, really enjoying it. So I don't know what I'm going to knit with this. It's kind of like, it is a rather fingering, I would say it's about fingering weight. Definitely not going to get a pair of socks out of this, but maybe some mitts or a hat. I don't know. To be determined. But very excited about my first hand spun. I'm spinning something else right now at the moment. But oh, again, it's Heavenly Wools from New Zealand, and I will of course post a link to her Etsy shop in the show notes. So do stay tuned or check it out. Next up is I'm spinning something from Hanks in the Hood, another Etsy purchase. As you can tell, I went a little crazy with the Etsy shopping for roving. It's so addicting because there's so many beautiful skeins to be had on there. And this is Hanks in the Hood. It's just 100% merino wool, center pull self-striping roving in their Happy colorway, which retails for $28, and you get about 71, I'm sorry, I read that at 7. No, it's 4.1 ounces, so you get a lot in here, and there's some Angelina in there. How pretty is that? I'm just having so much fun spinning it. It's like color therapy, so I'm having a lot of fun, and you know, it just pulls out, and then the staple length, I have to say, is very, very, very short. So, you know, just kind of, yeah, I'll just get a little bit for you. But yeah, when I spin, I just pre-draft a little bit, like I just kind of pull out like that, so it gets just a little more length to it, and it's a lot easier to spin when I'm spinning. So that's what it looks like, and then, you know, just kind of do my thing, you know. But yeah, put that over there for now. But let me show you what it looks like on the wheel, who I lovingly have named Tallulah. Her name's Tallulah. I know that's the thing to do, apparently. You're supposed to name your wheel, or you don't have to do it, but like, I hear people just do it because it's fun, and every wheel has a personality, so Tallulah it is. I love the name. It just has a great ring to it, and yeah, so let me get Tallulah for you and show you what I've been working on. Hey, sorry about that. My camera jumped again. So let me pick up where I left off. Tallulah, my spinning wheel, my Lendrum, which I love. I love her. She's such a great buddy. I was watching a movie with Dennis last night, and I just sat there spinning next to him. We watched Argo. Great movie. You know, I mean, I'm not one for political dramas, but anyway, highly recommend it. Not for kids per se, I don't think, but I mean, it was a great political thriller, if you will. But yeah, anyway, spinning. I'm not gonna pull her all the way up, but yeah, that's where I am. Just lovely shades of pink and purples and raspberries and peach. I'm telling you guys. All right. The pink, it's calling out to me. I don't know what it is. It loves me, but as much as I don't, it's so out of my comfort zone, but I just love working with it. It's so happy and cheerful, and yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been spinning on. I don't think that, let me see. Oh yes, and also from my last Nitpicks order, this is before the whole blah blah blah, but I had ordered a skein of a bat. They sell bats now, and I was not aware of this, but what was this called? Oh, Mercer Island. And I did not realize until I was working on the show notes yesterday that this is also from Hanks in the Hood. Apparently they have a deal going on with Nitpicks. I did not know, but anyway. I love the color, so I couldn't resist. More Angelina, more purples, more grays. It spoke to me. Can you see why? It's purple, and it's lovely, and yeah, so more spinning to come, guys. It's coming down the pike. And what else? That's about it from spinning. That's pretty much it. I thought this was going to be a longer episode, but I think I'm coming to the end. But before we go on to anything else, because I do have stash enhancements coming up, and some more other tidbits of randomness coming up, but you know what, since we're still on spinning, I want to mention Stitch Mistress of the TV Knitting Podcast, Sharon, who wonderfully offered to test knit my pattern, my lace shawl pattern. If you haven't checked out her podcast, do check it out. It's great. It's not just about TV shows and everything. It's 100% about knitting. She talks about knitting, and it's just she has a lovely personality, and I just love hearing her talk every week, and she's great. She's funny, and yeah, I mean, there is a segment about like TV and catching up on like episodes and everything. She loves TV. I love TV, so it catches me up on like stuff that I miss. But anyway, she has a segment with her husband sometimes where they talk about, you know, alcoholic beverages of the sort, you know, and because they enjoy wine and cocktails, and you know, sometimes she gets her husband on the show to talk about, you know, certain things, and it's just a really fun segment. And the last episode that she did, her husband created a drink called the Lentini, based on the Lendrum wheel, because little bit about, I know I'm bouncing all over the place, but just bear with me. A couple weeks ago, I was having a Twitter conversation with Maria and Kim and a couple other people, and Sharon, and I think Maria, she was tweeting from her iPhone, and magnificent, wow, I can't talk. As magnificent a piece of technology it is, it has a tendency to autocorrect at the most inopportune times. And I think when she was trying to spell Lendrum, it understood it as lend space rum. And of course, I had to throw my 2 cents in there and be like, oh yeah, Lendrum, I love that brand, or something. And long story short, the whole conversation turned into this whole thing, how we have to create this cocktail called the Lentini, because we all have Lendrums. Not all of us, but you know, a majority of us that do want to pay homage in the form of a cocktail beverage for the Lendrum. So I'm pointing to Miss Tallulah right here. So yeah, her husband created a cocktail called the Lentini, and I highly recommend you check out that episode because I did not write it down, but I'm going to be referring back to it because it sounds amazing. I know there's gin. Gin is involved. There has to be gin because, of course, Hoxton, she's like the queen of gin news on her podcast. Not that that's all that it's about, but I mean, the sheep. You must know the sheep loves his gin, and we all love gin, so that's one of the main ingredients. And then there's a hint of orange liqueur in there. I don't quite know, but recall, but definitely check it out. It's great. It's a funny episode, and he's funny. The two of them together are just. The episode made me laugh, so I can't recommend it more. So Sharon, you're awesome. Your husband's awesome. So I will be making a Lentini very soon. Maybe I'll have it on the show one week. I'll get all the ingredients and just whip up a Lentini and do a show. That should be interesting. Yeah. Right now I just have some wine, but that's it. So yes, spinning done. Let's get on to the giveaway. And that's for vintage inspired knits. Sweatshop of Love, Allison Dykazin. She told me how to pronounce it. Why can't I remember? Do not trust me with names. It's bad. But anyway, we have a winner. Let me see. I'm going to do random number generator. I have an app for this. Like there's an app for everything. And I believe we have 21 people who commented in the thread. So I'm going to enter 21. And I'm going to generate. And number 6 came up. So I don't know if that showed up. Number 6. Okay. And I'm all pink. So let's go to the thread and see who the winner is. Gusick! Yay! Congratulations. I will send your information along to Allison and let her know that you won, and she will send you a free pattern from her vintage-inspired baseball knits. So thanks for playing. Yay! Thanks for watching and listening and enjoying the show. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And hey, congratulations. I'm definitely going to cast on that the tank top that she had in the pattern book. It's so cool. It's like so simple, and I just have all these colors in mind for it. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to be posting about that. So yeah, should be exciting. What else? Show notes. You are a lifesaver. Stash enhancements. Last segment, guys. Promise you can get back to knitting, whatever you were doing before you were watching. I finally used the gift certificate Dennis got me to Blue Moon Fiber Arts. That's kind of what I asked for my birthday, and he delivered, and I love him. He's great. So yeah, I finally made a decision. I've had my eye on the Breezy cardigan by Hannah Fettig for a long time, and I was kind of kicking myself because I didn't have any yarn that really spoke to me from my Yarn Fortress. I didn't have enough of anything that I really wanted to use, and the one yarn that I've been pining over, which I could not help from casting on a new pair of socks with, the Blecker colorway. So this is a lovely organized cake of Blecker, as you can see. And I ordered 4 skeins of this, and this will be my, this is what my Breezy cardigan will be made out of. Soon to come. So stay tuned for that. Yay, stay tuned for a lot of things. I love saying stay tuned. I don't know why, because there's more to come. What else? So, oh yeah, and I ordered 2 other skeins of their multicolor wave line. So I ordered, I think it was Baby Zombie and A Little Dab Will Do Ya. Their colorways. I'm completely forgetting what color they were, but I know that they're awesome, and there are a lot of colors involved, so you're just going to have to wait until I receive them, and then I'll show them off on the next episode or whenever I get them. So, yay! So yeah, that's pretty much it for stash enhancements this week. Yeah, that's pretty much it. until next week, guys, I hope you have a great weekend. Happy knitting, and I will see you next time. How long is this episode? I think it's like 30 minutes. Okay, we're still good. But anyway, have a great weekend, guys. And now my computer decides to do the disco thing. See you next time. Bye.